So what's the? That's the client brief, isn't it? So that's the protective behaviour. What's that all about?
It's I'm still not too sure what they actually do. It's protective behaviours training and services. So they teach you about safety and stuff. That's as much as we know, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you think? What do you think about what you've done?
The feedback we've gotten so far is that it's not.
Show me it again.
The story's not so coherent.
Has it got to have any voiceover or anything like that? Sorry. I mean, just one pointer off. I think that the bit where the tree comes up there, it sort of like kind of happens, kind of, and then finishes, kind of like not kind of quite sure, kind of why. You know what I mean? That sounds stupid. All right, I won't be a minute. Yeah, come down in a minute. What about the opening as well? I think it's like treading water a bit at the start. It's all enough. It's all there. No?
We with that the way I messed. We can't really change it because the way I drew it.
Right.
As much as you let's see, bring it to a frame where it's like. Where you see that.
Oh, that was lovely. It's really nice.
Where you see that, that's the only part of the foot that
Right.
I've drawn. So if we moved it across in keyframes, it'd be a big white gap because there's no actual other part of his foot.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So I messed up in the sense that I only drew the part that
All right.
I thought was in the frame. But
Yeah. Do you see what I mean by it? It looks
Yeah.
a little bit like there's too much kind of waiting for something to happen at the start bit. It's kind of just sort of treading water a little bit.
I just think we could like spit if we like
Maybe.
made this cut it down a bit, it might work.
Maybe we'll just try some. Yeah. Try something. Just see what you think. Really. I mean, it's no kind of real right and wrong, but I kind of think it's sort of treading water a bit there too much, and then it starts kind of moving. I'm not quite sure how the narrative, kind of how it gets across the idea, because I'm not that familiar what the organisation is.
The
and all
idea
that,
was to have a child sort of with the branches following him.
Yeah.
He sort of walks up and finds a safe place, basically.
Yeah.
And inside the safe place is the child's bedroom, and
Okay.
like obviously that's being a family
Yeah.
member. So the idea being like finding your own safe place.
Yeah.
And what people identify as being safe for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the bit with the tree?
It was just a lot of from our research we found like a lot of people associate trees with safety.
Yeah, definitely.
And then
and growth
family
and
trees
and all
stuff.
that. Yeah.
And then obviously trees are in the logo, so we thought had the idea of the kids walking to the place have the branches sort of.
Have you got any more of that? Any more? Go again.
From the beginning or from the tree?
Yeah, just right from the beginning. You could have done with that coming forward a bit more, I think.
Yeah.
Like at the start. Now, it's too slow. I want that quicker. Yeah? That, I mean, that would only be my thought. I would want that quicker, but it's lovely. What you've done is really nice. Yeah. I think you might come up against that, the idea of the safe place and all that. I mean, I'm not being. The idea of the safe and the images can kind of could also suggest somewhere where you're kind of locked in, somewhere a bit isolated. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, because of the kind of the literal take on the safe, where you keep your things safe in there. So I understand where you're coming from there, but in terms of the child in there and then the safe door being shut, there's a kind of a visual suggestion and possibility of perhaps shutting someone in and isolating them a little bit, rather than just putting them in somewhere that's nice and safe. I mean, you know, it's only my take on it. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, overall, you know, I think it's a really nice piece of work. So, you know. All right. But yeah, I mean, the only things that I would say across it then is that the start bit kind of just I want something to happen a bit quicker. You know,
Yeah.
I want something to follow a little bit quicker. I definitely think maybe the tree could happen quicker and then move on to the next bit, and then it gives you that idea of like you say, growth and trees and all that. And then just the thing about, you know, the overall concept in terms of the idea of a safe place and that, and if it could be misinterpreted a little bit as well, yeah. But really, it's really nice. So yeah, well done.
Thank you.